I played roughly 50 demos from Steam Next Fest 2023 Summer Edition, and these were my top 12. Number 12, Jusant. Jusant is a don't-nod minimalist approach to adventure and exploration, and I am all here for it. If you took the climbing from the new Zelda games and just made like an entire game out of that wasn't Zelda, I think you'd just have this one. Or perhaps only up, but without the frustration. Anyways, in Jusant, you do a lot of climbing and rappelling, but you're uncovering mystery while you do so. I really liked this game, and I appreciate that Don't Nod is trying to do other stuff outside of what they're most well known for. Number 11, Viewfinder. A Viewfinder just came out, so I don't need to sing its praises necessarily. People already are learning of them, but it was still one of the best demos that I played during Next Fest, so I have to bring it up for that reason. Viewfinder is a super creative, mind-bending puzzle game, like The Witness, but with a lot more MC Escher mixed in. I would also be foolish to not mention the fact that it's a camera game and you take pictures, and that's like an active part of the mechanical insanity involved in this beautiful game. I love photo mode in games, especially if it's like just part of the game itself. Number 10, Lies of P. One of the better Soulsborne inspired games that I've played in a while is this one, Lies of P. It draws heavily from the story of Pinocchio to deliver what feels like a pretty chunky experience that might turn even the strongest of naysayers into a fan. When I say naysayers, I mean people who don't really like the games that try to emulate Souls games. I get that. Many games try to do that and they end up kind of feeling floaty, and oftentimes the setting and the vibe are almost too on the nose for like me to really enjoy them just beyond surface level tribute. Lies of P seems like it's breaking that mold a little bit and doing its own thing. Not to say that it's not similar, it just feels better. Between a well-established IP to draw from and what seems like a solid dev team that knows what they're doing, I think Lies of P is actually going to be one of the better games to come out this year. Number 9, Station to Station. Voxel style has come a long way. I remember when it first came out and I thought it was kind of like a crappy Minecraft substitute, albeit with potential. And I know we're talking about style versus actual physics. Voxels as a mechanic have the capability to do so much more than they've ever been given a chance to, I feel. Games like Teardown, Cloudpunk, and Shadows of Doubt have, in my opinion, shown that and brought new life to the technology, and not only used it creatively, but beautifully. And such is the case with Station to Station, which is a puzzle game that I could not stop looking at or playing. It's relaxing, it's cozy, it's not necessarily the next great train simulator, but it's a gorgeous game that rewards with progression and doesn't punish for failure. Number 8, The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. One of the more unique games I've ever played, especially because on the surface you don't really know what you're getting into, is the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. In truth, this appeared to be a dating simulator disguised as a deck builder, but I think it's more of a casual, cozy relationship building game with a rich narrative and an actually very cool deck building mechanic that isn't about battling with the cards so much as it is just creating an aura for each card. Look, I'm into witchy stuff, so this was already win for me. Plus, the solid art and the actually funny dialogue and parts was a big bonus to an otherwise super unique experience unlike anything else. Number 7, Luto. One of the most spine-tingling visions I've ever encountered in a game was actually during the demo for this one, Ludo, when a sentient sheet, ghost, figure thing started lunging forward towards me. This thing is the central monster of the game, and I both love and hate it. Now, Ludo has one of those realistic looks, and it's likely going to be something that you'll need a beefier PC for, but the psychological horror walking sim formula seems to be applied pretty well with this one. Plus, I find the central storyline of being a person who can't leave their home to be utterly fascinating. Number 6, While the Iron's Hot. I found While the Iron's Hot to be the perfect kind of cozy game. I've tried several games involving blacksmithing or shopkeeping, and while they were all also pretty good, something about While the Iron's Hot was really addictive and better than most. There's crafting, there's exploration, there's light combat. Did I mention the blacksmithing? It's pretty fun. There also seems to be a cute story involved here as well, so whether I find myself playing this on stream or on the couch with my Steam Deck, I'm gonna be playing it when it comes out. Number 5, El Paso Elsewhere. Now, I might be biased because developer Xalavier Nelson put one of my cats in this game, and an El Paso Nightmare, which is a spin-off that gives you a bit of a taste of what to expect, but it's in first-person wave shooter format. El Paso Elsewhere is third-person, and it has this retro hook that's going to make you feel like you're playing a more supernatural version of Max Payne. It's also got a banging soundtrack that was created entirely in-house by Strange Scaffold. It's got a noir vibe storyline, bullet time, exploration, just a lot. a lot of good. El Paso Elsewhere has a lot, and it's honestly so deeply connected to its retro feeling roots that I think anybody else who loves boomer shooters or just older games in general is gonna love this one too. Number 4, Escape from Mistwood Mansion. I've never been to an escape room, but Escape from Mistwood Mansion kinda makes me wanna go to one. Easily one of the most engaging demos that I played during Next Fest, Escape from Mistwood Mansion was jam-packed with puzzles and mystery that had both me and the viewers gripped from start to finish. If it wasn't clear, it's a first-person escape room style game. I love a good creepy old mansion too. I stayed up late to complete this thing, and I did. Number 3, Hammerwatch 2. I really enjoyed the original Hammerwatch, but admittedly, I didn't play any of Heroes of Hammerwatch. However, with Hammerwatch 2, it appears to be a full-on open-world dungeon crawler, which is extremely my thing. And although I feel like this game is definitely going to reward you for playing with a couple of friends, as it is tending to lean into the co-op features heavily with its marketing, I am hoping that solo adventures aren't too out of reach for those of us who prefer to just go it alone. Regardless, a good medieval hack and slash with retro flair, absolutely in my top 3. Number 2, The Last Alchemist. This was another game that I couldn't get enough of, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to spend more time with it. The depth of content in The Last Alchemist was staggering for my brain during the wee hours of the morning that I chose to play this, but I could not get enough. It's another game with crafting and exploration and a cute storyline. You play as an alchemist that was transported to a vibrant universe via, well, I believe some kind of accident, and you have to, from there, rebuild your workshop, forge friendships with the locals, and master the alchemical arts while doing all of that. Easily one of my favorite games from this bunch. My number 1 game from Steam Next Fest was Fortune's Run. I played a Doom WAD that felt similar to this called Ashes 2063, except I think Fortune's Run does everything way better than that did. Not to disparage Ashes 2063, you should definitely check it out, but Fortune's Run felt like it did everything in the realm of cyberpunk or post-apocalypse or alien world way better than most games I've played lately, because it was wildly fleshed out for an RPG with a lot of character and depth, and it's like a no-brainer to call it my favorite demo from Next Fest. Like, when I boot up Kenshi, this is kind of what I want and I don't entirely get, but I'm a sucker for things that vaguely resemble my beloved boomer shooters of old, so this entirely fits the bill. There's stealth, there's FPS, there's a boatload of story and immersion, the universe is incredible, and there's more than one way to complete each objective that you're faced with. It was just amazing. I want to play more of it. I couldn't get enough. September 1st, 5 weeks. That's when it comes out. Let's go. So what were your favorite demos from Steam Next Fest? I know I left a lot out here. It was really hard to choose from like the 50 some that I played, but I want to hear it. I want to know what to look forward to going into the rest of this year. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.